Hello all and welcome, and I am the MGTOW philosopher, and it is that time again. Yes, that's right. It's time for another edition of MGTOW hater comments and my replies, volume 20. So for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, every once in a while I will make a video where I take all of the accumulated comments from between my last video and now and make a video where I reply to all of these comments. Now, there's no set amount of time. It's however long it takes for me to accumulate enough comments. So sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a couple days. It all depends on how many haters comment on my videos in a given amount of time. So now that you know how things work, let's just jump right into the comments. And the first comment is from somebody named Joe90 and my video MGTOW hater comments number 1. So somebody went way back. Somebody went to my channel and hit my MGTOW hater comments playlist and just started gorging themselves on my hater videos. Wonderful! And you hate me too, but you still listen. You listen and love me enough, you love to hate me enough that you go all the way back and listen to my very first MGTOW hater comments video. And you probably listened to all of them too, didn't you? And he says, I don't hate MGTOW, I just hate you, you fat Jew fuck. Woo! I love it, buddy. Oh boy, what a way to start. So let me address your comment. First of all, I'm not fat and I'm not Jewish. Now, I can understand how you might think I'm Jewish. You know, I'm obviously intelligent. I'm so wise. And maybe it's my charm. Maybe it's my magnetic personality. I don't know. Maybe it's my voice. Maybe you think Jews have a particular sounding voice. No, that's not bigoted of you in any way or racist at all. No. Sorry to disappoint you, pal. So your reasons for hating me would be 1, you'd think I'm fat, which I'm not, and 2, you'd think I'm a Jew, which I'm not, so you like me now, right? Right? Wrong? That's too bad. Next comment, also from Joe90 and wrecking feminists one at a time. The Jew fuck thinks he's Dennis Leary. You fucking ain't, you fat prick. You know what the problem is? You wish you were Dennis Leary. You wish you were funny. You wish you were witty. You wish you were as funny as me. You wish you were as witty as me. And I probably conjure up images in your mind of Dennis Leary, okay? So you're jealous and you're envious and you're projecting here. That's all you're doing. Next comment from a Dave Cox. C-O-X. Okay, Dave Cox. And my video, new Star Wars movie is social justice warrior crap, which it absolutely is. For all you fanboys out there who are defending it just because it's a Star Wars movie. Aliens, droids, etc. in the film, and that's believable. It has nothing to do with believable, okay? I mean, it's not directly relatable to human beings insofar as like, it's not men and women running around who are all human and we know the capabilities of men and women. And by the way, this is a science fiction movie placed in the future. Okay? So, yeah, aliens might exist. Okay, and droids might exist, and one day they probably will. Eventually we'll work out how to create AI, and it's quite plausible, that aliens do exist because the universe is huge, it's vast. The odds that we're the only life in it are rather slim. We don't have direct evidence, so I can't say aliens exist. Can I say that there's a high probability that they do? Probably. But women? I know women. I see women every day, okay? I can't comment on the capabilities of an alien or a droid, so that makes it believable because I have no direct experience with aliens or droids. But I have direct experience with women, and I know that with no training, and that they are women, that they are in no way going to be beating up men, especially men who have been trained with swords and lightsabers, and they're fighting with swords and lightsabers, and the women have no training, and the men have a lifetime of training, and she somehow manages to beat him and fly spacecraft, which I would assume are more complicated than your average airplane or jetliner, which also take years of training to fly. She's had no training, but she just jumps right in the cockpit. And she's this skinny little 110-pound soaking wet thing. But she's going to beat up everybody, people twice her size. Yeah, and be able to do things that would require a lifetime of training and do them so well that we're talking a lifetime of training. And not only that, but you would have to be extraordinarily gifted in addition to a lifetime of training. So see, it's the things in the movie that are directly relatable and that we know about as human beings because they're directly relatable to what we know to be true in our own world that are not believable, okay? You need to grow up. Seriously. No, I think you need to grow up because your logic and reasoning skills are sorely lacking, Dave Cox. Next comment from a Michael McAllister. And my video, worst case of women hitting the wall ever. I'm just glad we men don't age. Wait, what? We do? Fuck. Just make sure you don't make a vid about that. I won't, because I don't have to. Because us men aging, it's not what's important to women. In fact, we get better with age. We get more distinguished and gentlemanly, okay? Women, they just get fat and ugly. I love it. I love this guy. So I shouldn't make a video about women hitting the wall, even though that's the things that we care about. We care about what women look like. Women don't necessarily, that's not the most important thing to them. I mean, if we have money, we can be fat, ugly, old, they don't care. Okay, just look at the red carpet. Just look at rich billionaires, rich, super rich guys. I mean, look at the president of the United States, for God's sake. Okay? Jesus Christ, his wife's a hell of a lot younger and a hell of a lot better looking than him. Why do you think that is? Because he's so handsome and charming? It's because he's a billionaire, you simp. And no, I'm not financing you on Patreon. Gave you a dislike here, too, just for the annoying voice. You're a pussy simp, mangina snowflake wimp. Oh, your voice. Ooh, it offends me. You living in your mommy's basement, you hiding out? Is that what you're doing? You can't handle the real world? So you're hiding out in your mommy's basement, is that it? You can't handle anything, can you? Even my voice is too much for you. You can't even live in reality. What a pussy. My voice is so annoying and hurtful to you. Yeah. Next comment from somebody named Johnny Canuck. Old world men knew how to treat women. That's the video he commented on. I get your message. It's nothing new. So what? It's nothing new. No, I love it. That's what people say who couldn't come up with this message themselves, and so they want to try and minimize what you said because they're jealous that they couldn't come up with this message, get anybody to listen to their message. Nobody wants to hear what they have to say, but somebody, more than somebody, many somebodies want to hear what I have to say, and so you're jealous of that. Yes, why aren't people listening to you, Johnny Canuck? Why don't you have a popular YouTube channel that people listen to and follow? You're so great. You're so intelligent. You're so wise and interesting. Why is nobody listening to you instead of my dumbass? Because you thought and said everything I've said in the past, right? You're not only as good as I am, you're better than me. You're so much more superior, yet you have 0 followers. You have no channel, no content, and nobody follows you. But somehow, you're so much better than me that you can critique my content and say, yeah, nothing new. This sounds more like a complaint video. I'm not sure who your message is for. Other disgruntled guys. I'm not disgruntled. I don't know what you're talking about, disgruntled. I'm just speaking truth. You don't like the truth? That's too bad. Of course, you're a leftist, simpist, wimp, mangina, pussy boy, soy boy. So, you don't like truth. You don't like reality. You like subjectivism. You like a world where everything's open to interpretation, right? And everybody speaks in a politically correct way, and nobody speaks the truth. I see. The conversation has moved on to solutions and how we need to be with our women. Our women? Well, buddy, if you got a woman, that's your problem. If you're with some broad, you live in weather, I see you're pussy whipped. I see you be with our women. Oh, so this is a pussy whip, mangina, white knight, cuck boy. I see. You should check out how. Okay, I'm not reading any more of this nonsense. He's trying to shill some other channel. What a pathetic loser. He's trying to shill somebody. I'm not going to mention who it is. This is what happens, but he's obviously a cult follower of another channel. This is what sometimes happens. Sometimes somebody who makes content, creates content, whatever the subject, sometimes a listener, a subscriber becomes, in essence, their own personal identity will get tied up with, they'll attach that to the person whose content they're listening to, the person that they're following. Their self-identity, they'll start to self-identify with this person. And so, anybody else that essentially says something, anything that either doesn't agree with this other person, or maybe that other person doesn't like them or something, Or maybe they say something that they feel like, oh, maybe you said that better than my cult leader. Maybe you said that better than the person who I love and follow. And, oh, I don't like you. You're threatening me because I feel like you're in some way infringing upon the territory of the person I'm following. I got to lash out on you and seek to invalidate and minimize your efforts. Yeah, your message is nothing new. It's not like a campaign with you. Yeah, I follow MGTOW. I'm a MGTOW man, and I identify with this particular MGTOW content user and whatever other MGTOW content users agree with or sound like the MGTOW content user I follow. Yeah. Essentially, you're a weak-minded simp who pretty much can't think for himself, so you've sought out and attached your identity to one particular content user, and you've so personally identified with him than anybody else that doesn't fall into the same category, have the same things to say, or maybe even says things better, which makes you feel threatened because you so identify with this person. Yeah, I see. Pathetic, Johnny Canuck. You are a pathetic loser. You need to learn to think for yourself, okay? And stop being like a sheep, okay? And stop being like a cultist. I'm moving on. Next comment from the Hype 7. And my video, the new Star Wars movie, was social justice warrior crap. Daisy was awesome. No, she wasn't. By the way, I think she's a terrible actress. She has a very awkward, halting way of speaking and acting. She has no real range. She always has the same look on her face. She has like one expression, one mode of emotion, one way of emoting, and that's it. She's very limited. She has almost no range. She's very awkward. I don't like her at all. And I understand guys like you and guys who agree with you hate anything female. No. I hate things that are feminist. I hate things that try to impose socially constructed, artificially constructed ideas of how something should be instead of presenting it as how it really is for the purpose of indoctrinating people, socially engineering people. I hate when people take a movie and then change it to be a vehicle to push an ideology and then put a bunch of unrealistic, constructed bullshit in there just to indoctrinate people. Because you're pathetic, stupid, ugly, and have little dicks. Oh, you're way off. Also, the next film is going to be led by Daisy and all the other main heroes. What main heroes? They killed him. They killed Luke Skywalker because he's a man. We can't have the old, from the past, male, patriarchal, traditional Western culture leading the way into the future. All that old stuff has to die, including masculinity. Yeah, and we have to portray it as weak and cowardly and pathetic, and by the way, kill him off. What other main heroes? There's no main heroes, you dummy. They killed them all. Who are all male. Where? What main heroes are male? There's no heroes that are male. Who are you talking about? Simp Finn? He's not a hero. He's there for comedy relief. He's Char Binks and will do huge business. No, it's not. It dropped like 93% in China. As far as how many screens it was being shown on. I hate this movie dropped humongously. The world doesn't like it. The only place where it's getting any play is America. And that's because you got a bunch of social justice warrior simps like you who will pay money to go see this crap. But the movie dropped hugely the second weekend and it's continued to plummet. While they may make their money back, it's clear that this is nothing more than a vehicle for pushing leftist ideology, and it's a piece of crap, and the only reason you're defending it is because you're a snowflake moron idiot who agrees with the ideology in it because you're fucking sheep. You're a sheeple. You're a zombie, okay? You self-identify with the crap in it because you've been raised as a leftist, as an ideologue to believe this. Oh, cultural Marxist bullshit. Oppressed, oppressor. Oh, intersectionality. Oh, poor brown people. Poor black people. White guilt. White oppression. Oh, white male privilege. Oh, evil white man. Yeah, you'll believe all this crap. Feminism is wonderful. It's all about equality. Yeah, you believe all this nonsense, so of course you love the movie. You racist piece of shit. And yes, there will be lots of diversity, so get used to it. Let me ask you something, the Hype 7. What makes you believe that diversity is some kind of good thing? Can you show me any objective evidence where it has succeeded somewhere? This is the problem. Just like with socialism, it's never worked. And everywhere socialism has been tried, it's been a huge failure. And you still got these leftist, socialist, Marxist, Leninist, communist idiots spouting crap like, well, that wasn't real socialism. Can you show me somewhere where real socialism was enacted and it worked? I mean, are you just going to keep experimenting with something that doesn't work until you figure out it doesn't work? Or are you going to just keep trying whatever you call new and inventive ways to try and change the formula so that it will work? I mean, this to me seems like fucking alchemy. It seems like a bunch of alchemists back in the 15th fucking century, 14th century or whatever, trying to make fucking lead into gold. And they tried for a long fucking time. A lot of these fuckers killed themselves because of mixing all these fucking noxious chemicals, and shit would blow up or they would breathe in these nasty gases and die. And for hundreds of years, these idiots tried to do this, and they figured, well, I just gotta find the right formula. Eventually, they figured out it doesn't work. You can't turn lead into gold. Yeah, oh well, duh. What are you idiots gonna figure out? I mean, isn't the sign of insanity continuing to do the same thing, expecting a different result? I mean, you're doing the same shit. And you think you're doing something different. I'm going to tweak this little bit and change this little bit. No, it's going to work. It'll work eventually. Yeah, we're going to get it right. In Venezuela, it didn't work. In Cambodia, it didn't work. In Vietnam, and fucking look at North Korea, for God's sake. And, of course, the Soviet Union and China. I mean, all these places, this shit doesn't work. But you continue to try to make it work. Is socialism such a good idea? Bernie said so. We can give free college and free money. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. If you're so stupid to believe that there's such a thing as free fucking money, you'll never figure out that this shit is bullshit. And diversity? Where? Everywhere you've had any type of diversity. Racial diversity, religious diversity, whatever. It doesn't work. You always end up with some kind of civil war, mass killings, mass death, tons of violence. It doesn't work. Whether it be ideological or whether it be racial, cultural diversity, it doesn't work. But you think it's a good idea, but you don't know why. You just say, oh, it's a good idea because it's 2017. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything, you idiot. Ah! Next comment from Mbiori Mofongo. What the fuck? Now, that's a weird fucking name. I'm sorry. If that's your real name, well, I'm sorry if I'm insulting you, but that's a bizarre name. Anyway, in my video, worst case of the hitting the wall ever. Oh, boy, these wall videos really seem to make the feminists upset. I guess the truth and the reality that's staring them right in the face, either they're past the wall and this exposes the reality that they're trying to hide from, they're trying to delude themselves, or it's younger women who are seeing the reality that is coming at them at breakneck speed and they don't want to face it, so instead they lash out at me. Yeah, lash out at me, ladies. Good, fine, whatever. Doesn't change the fact that you're going to hit that fucking wall hard. I'd still get a blowjob from her. Fat women give amazing blowjobs. You wouldn't know because you're a fag. What makes you think fat women give good blowjobs? I've never banged a fat woman, so I guess I wouldn't know. But generally speaking, in my experience, most women give terrible blowjobs. Women these days are lazy and entitled, and they don't feel like they have to do anything. So they don't even bother most times. And if they do, it's clear they don't know what they're doing. They've had very little practice, and, you know, even if they give you a blowjob, yeah, come on, honey, you have to ask them, and they say, ooh, yeah, you like the taste. Meanwhile, honey, that's you that you're tasting. You're complaining, but that's from you. And so, you know, in my experience, no. And why do you think that is? Because they eat a lot? Because they, like, use their mouth more than most women? I mean, is that why you think they would give good blowjobs? I mean, are you just a guy that's a chubby chaser? I mean, I think you're probably just a guy that's a chubby chaser and you only sleep with fat women and that's what turns you on. So, of course, you think they give amazing blowjobs. By the way, maybe they do. Maybe because they're fat and ugly, they feel a need to overcompensate and therefore try harder to make up for the fact that they're fat and ugly. Could be. I don't want to find out because I couldn't get a Woody with a big fat broad anyway. So it's a moot point. And the next comment is also from Mbiori Mofongo. Interesting name. And my video, Amy Horton, the redhead, is back. You're a sexist bigot. Women should find you and bite your dick off. Well, if the woman found me, how would she get to be able to bite my dick off? I mean, would she rush me and pull my pants down and then latch on? I mean, I would pretty much have plenty of time to fend her off. I mean, she'd have to undo the buckle of my belt and unbutton it. I mean, she would have to be some hot broad and, you know, weasel her way into my bed and actually like she liked me. And then if she did do that, I mean, before I bled to death, I would fucking kill her. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Next comment. Also from Mbiori Mofongo. What the hell? Geez, for somebody who hates me, you're sure watching a lot of my videos. And my video, sign a contract if you want to play Call of Duty. She's hot. I'd sign a contract to get a piece of her any day. Well, of course you would. You're a pussy. You have no self-esteem. You have no self-respect. You would probably literally do anything to get a piece of ass. You're an incel or something. You're a true force loneliness guy. You're somebody who can't get pussy. And, you know, if it was offered to you, oh, no, I'm not MGTOW now. Oh, I'll bang you, honey. Yeah, I'll sign anything. Yeah, okay. Next comment, also from Ambiori. Jesus Christ, pal, what the fuck? For somebody who hates me, you're all over my motherfucking channel. And my videos, sex dolls are bad. I'd rather fuck a real fat woman instead of a fake doll. You faggot MGTOW. You see, the real problem is that you envy MGTOW, man. You envy men that have been able to escape their need for validation, okay? They're associating their value as a man with having a woman. You wish that you could be that, but you still crave to have a woman. You have that need to be validated. You're so lacking in self-respect. You have so little self-esteem. And in your brain is wired to tell you that you need to get your validation and your self-esteem and your confidence from having a woman. Yeah, I feel better about myself. I have a woman. Yeah, I need a woman. I have to have a woman. I've been taught that having a woman makes me a valid human being. If I don't have a woman, then I'm not a real man. And you envy us guys who have escaped that vicious cycle. Yes, I know, Mbiori Mofongo, that you are jealous of the MGTOW man who is happy without a woman and who has learned that you don't need some nagging bitch living with you to be happy. There are other ways to be happy. Right, and by the way, fat woman, doll, what's the difference? I mean, don't women these days just lie there anyway? They're like a refrigerator in bed. They just sit there and do nothing. What's the difference? I don't see any. Next comment from an Ambiori Mofongo. Boy, this guy's obsessed with my channel and my video, Woman Moles, Man's Genitals, no charges. Fuck you, asshole. What's your problem, Ambiori? Are you a man or a woman? Okay, you're a man, I guess, from your prior comments, but geez, you don't sound like one. You must be some soy boy who's like about 110 pounds soaking wet because you've been sucking down soy since you were 2 months old and your mommy didn't want to give you breast milk because she was still fucking lazy or didn't give a shit enough, didn't give enough of our shit to invest the time in breastfeeding you. So I'll give you soy milk. I'll give you soy milk. Yeah, it'll make you a good, strong man. It'll make you a pussy whip mangina with no muscle mass and no ability to make your own testosterone, by the way. You'll develop to be a pussy wimp, more girl than boy. Girl with a cock that you can hardly ever get hard. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Fuck you, asshole. So this bitch mauls this guy, mauls him with her fingernails or bites his cock, and, you know, he has to go to the hospital. But me commenting on that makes me an asshole? Isn't she the asshole for doing something so horrible? Oh, no, men are evil, men are cruel, and you're a self-hating man. You're a male feminist because you're a pussy wimp man China, and you can't compete with me and other men out there on a level playing field. So you feel the need to weasel your way into the woman's heart through her ideology, through her feminism. I'm a feminist too. Fuck me. Fuck me! Next comment from an Ambiori Mofongo again. In my video, Mark Wahlberg's wife hit the wall. You'd be lucky to have a woman like that, asshole. I've had better. And I could have better in 5 minutes right now. Just pick up the fucking phone. What are you talking about? She's a blob. She's pathetic. She's disgusting. Oh, my God. Talk about cottage cheese, cellulite, muffin tops all over the place, triple chins. Oh, my God. Turkey waddle everywhere. She's disgusting. And she's younger than him, by the way. There's no excuse. And don't give me this she had 4 kids bullshit. I've seen Asian broads that had as many kids, and they were still hot, okay? It has nothing to do with how many kids you've had. That's a myth spread by big, fat, lazy white women. Next comment from a Meghun Burger. So, M-E-H, Meghun Burger, spelled like hamburger. Oh, boy. And my video, MGTOW Hater Comments number 18. By the way, I should add, it's very cliche and so predictable and obvious that you would post a comment on a MGTOW hater video comment that is a hater comment. Just saying, not very creative of you. Left my ass off, roll on the floor, MFF. Don't know what that part means. You idiot. Uh-huh. Why am I an idiot? Do you have an argument? You're just going to name call? You have no arguments? I mean, name calling is really the last bastion of somebody who has no argument. I'm a MGTOW male. Uh-huh. So you say. Who hates feminists, okay? And also hates leftists, okay? So why are you coming after me, Pinhead? What, are you jealous? You're envious? Is that what it is? That must be, because there couldn't be any other reason. Because I'm doing what you're not. I'm helping produce more MGTOW men by red-pilling them, and yet you're coming after me. You're part of the problem, you pussy. And author Schopenhauer simply destroys women in his essay. So what? What do I care? What do I care? What do I care if there's some guy out there who wrote a good essay, or some essay that you say is good, that destroys women? What does that have to do with me? That's why I said he did a better job than you. So what? I'm sure there's people out there that have done better jobs than me at lots of things. Who cares? I'm not so insecure that I give a fuck what other people are doing. I care about what I do, you idiot. You don't need no link. Just Google blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm not posting any link that you have given, pal. Schopenhauer's essay on women or anything similar to that. But since you're too lazy or dumb, what are you insulting me for? So essentially you say you're a man. You're a MGTOW man. You're a man going your own way. So I would think that admittedly you would want there to be more MGTOW men, which I am helping do. Okay? But somehow you have a problem with me because some dude, or Arthur Schopenhauer, okay, and I know who the guy is, but so what? So Arthur Schopenhauer at some point in time said something better than I said it, and you're attacking me because of that? That doesn't make any sense. Why? So unless I say something better than every human being on earth who said something about this before me, I'm worthy of a contempt and should be attacked. What? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Ay. Here's the link. Nope, no link for you. No link for you. Every MGTOW, go start your own channel. You want to post links, pal? Oh, nobody would listen to you. And you couldn't say anything half as well as I do, which is really what this is all about. Your envy and your jealousy. You little communist simp, you. Every MGTOWer should know that piece by now. I'm not here to shill for old dead guys, okay? I'm not here to shill for other people. I'm here to spread a message. I have my own voice. I don't need to shill for other people. I don't watch other people's content. I don't quote other people, generally speaking. I speak with my own voice, my own thoughts. I'm 100% original. If somebody else said it before, great. Wisdom tends to be universal, and there's very few original things in life, actually, as far as wisdom goes. It's been said before, done before, observed before in many instances. Not all, of course, because we're becoming so technologically innovative, but in terms of wisdom and observed reality, most things have already been observed or commented on. So, yeah, it's not that easy to be original, but I can tell you what, everything I say, everything that I come up with comes from my own mind, okay? That somebody else might have observed it does not take away from the originality of what I'm saying, although it might, in your mind, seem so. And by the way, yeah, you should know that piece by now. I don't make these videos to quote other people. I quote me, Pinhead. I'm not some unoriginal loser like you who has no original thoughts of my own, can't come up with anything on my own, says things that nobody wants to hear anyway. I'm not you're not creative in any way. So, of course, I know that you have to quote other people, okay, and then try to somehow associate yourself with those people to make yourself feel big and special and important, like somebody of note, which you're really not. But I don't do that. I have my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own opinions. And that's what I voice, and that's what people listen to. And that's why they listen to me, by the way, and why they don't listen to you. And you have to steal material from other people and then tell me I should be stealing the same material because somebody said it better than me, in your opinion. Get the fuck out of here, you unoriginal loser. Next comment from a Earth Angel AI in my video, MGTOW Hater Comments Volume 9. So cliche. Comment on a video that isn't a hater comment video. You pinhead. I see most men as nothing but disposable beasts. By the way, this guy is supposedly a man. When I saw this person's post, I looked at their avatar, and it's a picture of some random guy. It's a picture of a guy. I mean, I'm going to assume or that this is the person's picture who is posting this. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But anyway, I see most men as nothing but disposable beasts. Are you a guy? And if so, why would you see men in that way? Do you hate men? Do you hate yourself? Are you a male feminist? Do you buy into that male feminism, that feminist mumbo-jumbo? Are you a white knight pussy boy? They definitely act like it, especially the vile simp. Oh, so are you making an observation that the majority of men are simps and that they're disposable beasts? Well, I would agree with that, and that's by choice. But if you're talking about MGTOW men, no. Maybe you're referencing simps. You should be a little more clear and specific in what you say. Next comment from an Earth Angel AI. Same video. Ah, come on, pal. Really? Oh, gee. Dude, white women are the biggest beneficiaries of welfare. What? I must have said something in this video about welfare. I mean, I can't remember every goddamn video I've made, but I suppose I did. That's a lie. That is a 100% lie, okay? White women, whites in general, receive 16.8% of all welfare. Do you want to know how many blacks receive welfare? 39.6% of all welfare goes to blacks. But they're only 12% of the population, while whites are the majority of the population, and they receive far less, 16.8% as compared to 39.6%. You really should do your research, you leftist moron, because of course you're just parroting dogmatic crap that somebody else told you, misinformation, bullshit, lies. You're just parroting lies, and somebody told you it was the truth, and of course, like the good parrot you are, you believe them. Polly want a cracker. White people get more welfare. You friggin' moron. Ay, ay, ay. And he goes on to try and portray black people as victims. Oh, that was the reason. Okay, and by the way, did you really say it was the Northerners who fought to free the slaves? Oh, yeah, who else was fighting to free them, you idiot? It wasn't the Southerners. They were fighting to keep them, you pinhead. You idiot, you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation? Pinhead! That is false. You can't free slaves in states that had already seceded from the Union. Sure you can. You go to war with them, you invade their territory, and you kill them all, and then you free the slaves, which is what we did, you idiot! The war was about money, not slaves. Yes, that could be argued, but it doesn't matter because we freed them. Even for the sake of argument, if the war was for freeing slaves, are these slaves who were invaded, captured, and enslaved supposed to somehow be great for the people who helped enslave them? Okay, no. It wasn't the Northerners who helped enslave them. That was the South, okay? And by the way, if you want to talk about who really helped enslave them, it was other black people. You want to know where Southerners got their slaves? Okay, they got them from people who worked as slave traders, either in the Americas or in Europe, and they would sail their ships to Africa. And guess who captured the slaves? Other black people! Other black people would capture their own people, their enemies, or sell their own people into slavery to white Europeans or white Southerners. It wasn't the Northerners who were going out and buying these slaves. And they weren't the ones that captured them either, you idiot. I love it. You're so stupid. It wasn't the whites that were even capturing them. Or these slaves who were invaded, captured. They weren't invaded or captured by whites, you idiot. See, this is what I love. Leftists, they don't know anything. They don't know anything about history. They just get this nonsense, this bullshit from their professors or other people, and they don't do any studying. Or they just invent this crap in their own head to fill in the gaps in their own knowledge. Hey, pinhead, it was other black people in Africa who were capturing and they were invading the territories of other blacks, or they were selling their own people into slavery. They were captured out of the blacks from other villages, other tribes, invading other people's territories and then capturing those people and then selling them to European and Southern slave traders. You idiot. It wasn't the North in America that was participating in the slave trade, you idiot. We fought to free them. And hundreds of thousands of whites died, by the way, to do that, you idiot. And you say, well, that wasn't the motivation. That wasn't your main motivation. What does it matter? We freed them, you pinhead. You're a fucking moron. Get the fuck out of here. You hate America? Get the fuck out, you idiot. Oh, yeah, you fought, and hundreds of thousands of you died, and you did free the slaves, but, I'm going to split hairs and everything to try and still make the North look like evil scumbags, even though they're the ones that weren't trading in slaves, and they didn't capture them, and they didn't invade anybody to capture them. It was their own people that did that. Oh, but I'm gonna, solipsistically change reality. Reality's whatever I want it to be. It's whatever I imagine it to be, right? Right? My brain is just in some vat somewhere else, and reality is just perception in this world. It's just some kind of construct. Yeah, it's just some kind of simulation, and my own perceptions created an influence. Yeah, right. You're an idiot. Get the fuck out of here. Go live in Africa, okay? If you love it so much. Yeah. We'll see how much you like it there. Idiot. The Africans are so noble, and they were invaded and captured. Yeah. No, they didn't invade other people's territory in their own countries and, capture other blacks and sell them into slavery. Oh, no. I'm going to rewrite history and say the white people did that. Yeah, okay, Pinhead. You're an idiot. By and large, the majority of slaves, black slaves, were sold to white Europeans and American Southerners by other blacks, you idiot. And we did free the slaves. That's what matters. And we gave them lives far superior than what they would have had in their homelands. Look at Africa now. It is a shithole. The majority of African states, countries are shitholes except for the ones that were taken over by, colonized by whites. Those states are far better off. Imagine that. The African countries that were colonized and still have white people in them today, or have governments that were set up and are still maintained as the way they were after the whites left, are far better off than the other African countries that either were never colonized by whites, or the whites left and the blacks just threw out everything the whites had done and tried to do it on their own, and now they're all shitholes. Everybody's living in grass huts and shitting in holes and digging latrines and shit and drinking fucking diseased water with their own feces in it, and they gotta dig wells and draw water up with fucking buckets and everything. And they're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and they all got fucking malaria and tons of diseases, and they're shooting monkeys with poisoned arrows. Yeah, they have such great lives, you idiot. Meanwhile, we got this 12% of our population in America that uses 39% of the welfare, okay? And they're living like fucking kings in their supposed poverty compared to these people in Africa who are shooting fucking monkeys with poison arrows and living in grass huts, you idiot. I'm done with this video and this idiot. Please like and subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think in the comments section of this video. And please subscribe to my Patreon if you feel so inclined. You'll find a link in the last 20 seconds of this video and in the description. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.